A big construction project downtown with a massive price tag for Austin taxpayers. City leaders say the new Central Library located on Cesar Chavez at the old Seaholm site cost $120 million. But we've seen those numbers rise before, and with so many expensive city spending plans that are stacking up.
KXAN investigator Lindsey Bramson asks the city if your tax dollars are being spent wisely.
As the sun comes up over downtown,
we're really excited to see the new library.
More than 1,000 trucks drive in and out all day and all night for the biggest concrete pour in Central Texas history, the foundation of what the city's calling the library for the future.
You can ask her if it's in.
Yeah. Rebecca Schwartz and her 9-year-old Sylvia come to the old Central Library at least once a week. It's set to close in just under 2 years.
It's a huge money saver for us. If I had to buy that amount of books to give myself and my kids that range of things, I couldn't afford it. What else?
And pretty soon, Sylvia will have even more books to choose from. The new library will be nearly double the size of the current one. An underground garage, a restaurant, and a special event center will hold more than 300 people. There's also an outdoor cafe and an art gallery.
A library should be a place of learning and a repository of information. It shouldn't be a coffee shop. Don
Zimmerman with the Travis County Taxpayers Union says this library doesn't have to cost so much.
The price tag on this thing is just astronomical.
KXAN has learned the original budget for the project was $90 million. More than 60% of voters said yes to that in the 2006 bond election.
Trying to reserve it.
But library facilities manager John Gillum tells us $90 million wasn't enough. In fact, the original estimate was $125 million. In 2010, he asked for more money, and the city council said yes to $30 million of your money without your approval. The same year, they denied requests for extra 911 staffing, 4 firefighters, and 7 police officers. All public safety issues.
You could build the building, but you couldn't put books or technology or pay for your architects or engineers.
With budgets so tight right now, all across the city, how do you justify $120 million?
Well, it's, because it's going to be such a boon to the city.
But KXAN has learned over the last 3 years, both the number of books checked out and people visiting the old library has gone down. City officials blame the declining numbers on a lack of parking and also nearby construction.
It has been a very difficult building to access.
The new library will have 3 times the amount of parking, not to mention an easy entrance off Cesar Chavez. For Rebecca and Sylvia, it can't come soon enough.
I'm a big believer in keeping my kids in books and keeping their reading level up, and I am happy to pay some taxpayer money.
We reached out to every member of the City Council to ask them why they approved the additional funding when voters only approved the $90 million. Not one City Council member responded. Now, the Library Facilities Director says that the city needs to be more honest and transparent about how much money the city will actually need for projects. I also asked him, can you promise the current price tag won't go up any further? His answer, yes. We'll be sure to check back with him and make sure he keeps his word. Reporting downtown, Lindsey Bramson, KXAN Investigates.
And we wanted to compare the price tag on Austin's new Central Library to other new libraries throughout the country. Libraries our city officials also looked at as examples before starting construction here. The main public library in Jacksonville, Florida, built in 2005, cost less than Austin's at $100 million. But San Diego's new public library had a price tag of $185 million, while Seattle's public library cost $165 million. That story came to us through a viewer tip. Remember, if you need something investigated, go to KXAN.com and click on Report It.